Some of us may not be aware that in 2018 there are 3 heritage sites that were declared in this municipality alone. The University of Fort Hare was declared the heritage site. So is the Charlie Grave, which is on your way towards Hawksburg, towards here, and as well as the Z.K. Matthews House in Gaga Street, who is considered as one of the best African academics and the architect of our revolution, especially the Freedom Charter. Besides that, Fort Hare is also in line to be declared the International Heritage Site by virtue of its history by UNESCO. Our place is also home to Nzikane, the Xhosa prophet. Many alumni of this iconic University of Fort Hare went on to play important leadership roles in their countries. You can name Joshua Nkomo from Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, also from Zimbabwe, Julius Nyerere from Tanzania, Seretse Khama, and Yusuf Lule from Uganda. Among the local leaders, we all know about Govan Mbeki, Nelson Mandela, Oliver Tambo, Robert Sobukwe, to name but a few people who are coming from the University of Fort Hare. In fact, if you go deeper into the history, you'll also find out that the University of Fort Hare played also a prominent role in the foundation of Umkhonto weSizwe. If you go to the early history of MK, you'll note that most of the prominent commanders and commissars of MK were either recruited as students at the University of Fort Hare or just after completing their studies, or some even lecturers. I remember that Amos Masondo, who is late, was actually the army commissar of Umkhonto weSizwe. So the municipality has a very rich history. It is also having a collection of the liberation archives of this country. For instance, if you go to the University of Fort Hare, you'll have the archives of the ANC, you'll have the archives of the PAC, you'll have the archives of the Black Consciousness Movement. You'll have a huge collection of African writings. But the last time when I was at the University of Fort Hare, I noted that, or rather the guide there pointed out that ironically, the people who visit the university most with the schools and so on, primary schools and high schools in the country, are mostly white schools, and our black schools do not visit the archives of the university. So we're missing out on a lot of things. Colleagues, I can go on and on talking about the tourism potential of the area. However, as the Premier pointed out earlier, the potential remains a potential only as long as it is not being exploited. So we need to make the most and make sure that we market our towns, we market our areas, so that people understand exactly what is so important about the area. What is it that can attract me to go to those particular areas? Lastly, let me also take this opportunity and welcome once again all members who are here, and wish everybody that we should have this beautiful launch in this beautiful area. We have a number of game reserves here. I doubt if a lot of many people understand that, but we have a number of game reserves all around the municipal area. So it's an area which sometimes I say it deserves better than what it is having currently. There's a lot of effort that is needed to make sure that we tap into that potential. Honorable Premier, thank you, and esteemed guests, thank you for giving me the opportunity to open this important occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor Bandile Katela. That was great. And I want to also just congratulate everyone for putting this event together. I actually think you can give everyone a round of applause who did it, because I know there were some scrambles, and there was a little bit of it was going to be a webinar and a Zoom, and then it was a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I know some people didn't sleep for a few days, but it's amazing what can happen, and I think it's, you know, we want to connect, and it's wonderful that we are connecting, and we can, even if it's from a little bit of a distance, but we are still connecting. So congratulations to everyone who pulled today together. And I just, before I start to introduce the guest speakers, I just wanted to chat a little bit about the agony and the ecstasy of post-COVID tourism. I've been in tourism for many, many years through my father, who is the late Peter Miles, who was a fantastic person for those who had the opportunity to know him. When he was alive, I always used to stand up and say, you know, one day his claim to fame is that I'm his daughter. But I'm afraid even though he's watching from up there, my claim to fame is still I'm his daughter. But I learned so much from him, and I think many of us did. But one of the realities of the agonies of what we've all been in, companies have closed, B&Bs and hotels have closed, and our tourism industry has actually been on its knees. And that's the agony. And I think we've all gone through it, whether we've managed to survive or whether we know someone, if not ourselves, that has been hurting. And that's been the agony. But with agony often comes ecstasy. And the ecstasy of what lies ahead for all of us. And that's now what we have to focus on. The ecstasy is the opportunity for change. The opportunities to innovate, new mindsets and ways of doing things, not taking the tourists and their income for granted, and strategically planning the way forward. And if we can do that, and we can get that right, and I believe as our beautiful Eastern Cape province, we can do that, then we've got something. Then we have the ecstasy of it. And I absolutely love this little caption, Eastern Cape, always open. Whoever came up with that needs a medal. I think it's absolutely fantastic. We're always open, whether it's for communication, whether it's for kindness, whether it's for visitors, whatever it is, we're always open. And that was just something I just wanted to just bring to everyone's attention. So now we got some guest speakers that have come, and I've had a little chat to all of them because, again, the fact